Thanks, Regina. Hi, everybody. This is Mindful Monday. I'm Connie Bowman. This is Sophie. And Sophie, if you don't know it already, has some yoga, not necessarily poses, but she's got some moves named after her, such as the Sophie Shake, which we will encounter very soon. So let's start seated. And yeah, prop yourself up as needed. I like to have a blanket under me and move that hip flesh out from underneath me so I have a nice grounded seat. Yeah, it's so nice to have this practice, this regular weekly practice, just in case we don't get another one in. Yeah, so welcome. Sophie's already centering. She's doing a really good job. Good. Nice deep exhalation. Let's all do that. Let's take a big breath in and then a nice long exhalation out the mouth. And henceforth, we will practice our breath work through our nostrils until the very end when we just let everything go during our Savasana. So you might want to close your eyes. You might want to check in with your shoulders, roll them up, back, and down. You might want to let your hands rest somewhere where they're comfortable so you don't feel as though your arms are doing any work as we begin this centering portion of our program. And then take a moment to notice your surroundings. Notice the sounds. Notice the temperature of the air in your space. Notice the sensation of the clothes against your skin. If your eyes are closed, notice the light filtering through your eyelids. Unless your room is dark, there might be some. Then tune into your natural breath. How is your breath moving in and out of your body this morning? And with a nice, shiny, glad heart, begin to invite a deeper breath through your nostrils, allowing the lips to just be softly closed. As you breathe in, bring the air in to the belly, the ribs, and all the way up into the lungs. Take a pause at the top of the inhalation. Feel that fullness. And then as you breathe out, feel that sensation of the air moving across the upper lip. Let the exhalation be slow, and then pause at the bottom of the exhalation as well. Create these pauses for yourself between the inhalation and the exhalation. These pauses are called kumbhaka. And they help us to soften, relax, and let that parasympathetic nervous system begin to do its job. We stimulate the vagus nerve. We create a flow of good chemicals in our body that make us feel good and help us to relax and be present in this moment. Let's take one more deep breath in. Pausing at the top of the inhalation. And a long, slow exhalation through the nose. And pause at the bottom of the exhalation. And just take a moment to breathe normally and notice how the breath feels now. Maybe a little comparison to how it felt before we began this practice. And then when you're ready, blink your eyes open, take your arms out wide, greet the day, inhale, reach up, look up, let your palms come down to your heart center, take your chin down towards your chest, and create an intention for your class. Why are you here? When you're ready, one more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center, chin to chest. Let's take the third one. Inhale and exhale. Let's unite the breath to our movement a little bit more as we inhale, reach up. And as we exhale, lean over to one side, take a side bend. Look in the opposite direction. Keep those hips firmly grounded. Inhale, reach up, get long. And exhale, take it to the other side. Good. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, lean. Inhale, reach, get tall. And exhale, lean. Good. We'll take one more each side. Move with your breath at your pace. Excellent. On this next one, reach up really long. See how tall you can get. And then flip your palms, take them back behind you. Take your fingertips to the floor, then press your whole hand to the floor, fingers pointing toward your hips. And then see if you can lift your hips off the ground, look up. And then exhale, lower your hips back to the floor and switch the cross of your legs. Take your fingertips in front of you, reach forward for your dog, if she's there. Or just reach for the floor. Good. Just a gentle forward fold. Take a nice big breath in and then walk your fingertips forward. We'll take our arms up, reach up. We'll take a twist to one side. Inhale as you reach up and look up, and take your twist to the other side. So just slow movements, breath and movement synchronizing. Just a couple more here. Finding your own pace. Everyone's pace will be a little bit different, but moving with your breath. And this next time we'll come forward again. Give your dog a little pat. And then come back up, reach up. Take your palms together, draw them to your heart. And then take your legs forward, release them from their bondage. Give your ankles a nice little pat or rub. And take your hands back behind you again. This time, we're going to press into our feet and come up into a reverse table. A little shoulder stretch here. You can look up or look back if your neck permits. And then lower back down. We'll come to knees, hands and knees. So tabletop, pad your knees if you have tender knees. Sophie, shake it out. Yeah. She's not phased. She's so used to it by now. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Take them under your shoulders. And take your elbow creases and draw them forward. Take your gaze somewhere right in front of your mat so you find your drishti immediately so that your neck is nice and long. Tops of the feet on the floor. And then as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, round forward, bring the belly into the spine, press the mat away. So move through some cat-cows here, breath to movement. Keeping that breath smooth through the nostrils, filling up, taking a little pause at the top of the inhalation, at the top of that cow pose. And then on your exhalation, same thing, little pause, drawing the belly into the spine, pressing the mat away in your cat pose. So a few more, find your pace. Everyone has their own pace. Everyone marches to a different drummer. Who is that? Thoreau? Emerson? One of those transcendentalist dudes. Find your pace. And then find stillness. Find that drishti again, right on the floor. Maybe Sophie, shake it out. Good. And then we'll take the left foot, send it back. We'll come into a bird dog because we have a bird dog present. Come into a bird dog. You can point your toes as she would if she were chasing a bird. I don't know. Maybe they don't point their paws. Reach your right arm forward. Find your steadiness. Keep that drishti, that gazing point on the floor. That'll help. Draw the belly into the spine. Good. And we'll lower the right hand, lower the left knee. Maybe Sophie, shake it out. And then let's take the other side. We're going to progress this, but don't worry yet. Point the toes. Get really long. Keep that drishti. Find that center. Belly to spine. Keep your breath smooth. And then lower the right knee, the left hand. Sophie, shake it out. So we're going to come into that bird dog again. This time, let's flex the left toes as we reach the right arm forward. And then you can stay here, toes pointing toward the floor. Or bend your knee, your left knee, and send your bottom of your foot toward the ceiling. If you want to progress this even more, you can take your right hand, reach back for that foot, ankle, pant leg, and open up that right shoulder as you come into this, balance challenge already. Good. Breathe in, maybe lift the leg a little higher if you're there. And then reach back out if you were there. And then lower the right hand, lower the left knee. Sophie, shake it out. Send the right leg back. Flex the toes. Stay here as you reach your right arm forward. Keeping that drishti, finding that spot on the floor so your neck's nice and long. Belly into spine. Stay here or flip your palm, bend your knee, reach back. Good. Press the hand into the ankle into the hand, maybe lift a little bit higher. Get a nice stretch of that quadricep. Good, breathe in, breath slow. Breathe out, extend, and then lower it down. Good, bring your knees nice and wide and sink your hips back. Come into your child's pose. A good opportunity to place a prop under your forehead. And just relax here, soften, trust. Trust the practice. Trust yourself. Reset your breath. Breathe in through the nose. Pause. Breathe out through the nose. Pause. Take one more big, deep breath. Exhale it out. And then we'll come back up through our table. Tuck the toes underneath you. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And start to lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Good. Walk out your dog. Sophie must be really tired because I said W-A-L-K and she didn't move. That's amazing. Take a nice big breath here. Lift your hips a little bit higher, maybe straighten your legs a little bit more. Find stillness. Relax the head and the neck. And press the heels down toward the floor. Good. Breathe in. Lift up onto your toes. Stretch the feet. And then look forward to your hands and take a nice, slow, relaxing walk to the front of the mat, and then release your wrists. Just take some circles. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And then find your forward fold that works for you. So maybe the hands come to the elbows and you just let your head hang forward. Or if this is too much and you feel a little dizzy or lightheaded, just come up halfway. Good. Let's breathe here. So really just yoga is just a series of shapes that we make with our body to which we apply our breath. So let's apply our breath as we hang our head below our heart for one more round. And on your exhalation, once you pause, bend your knees and begin to roll up one vertebra at a time slowly. And then the head and the shoulders, and then the head will be the last to come up. And get set up in your mountain pose. So this is our first mountain pose. So let's appreciate it. Let's lift and spread our toes and then lower from the pinky toe all the way over to the big toe. And then grip the mat so you feel like you have this really strong connection to the surface beneath you. Imagine yourself just growing roots. Growing roots into the earth. And then take your shoulders, loop them back, draw the shoulder blades together, and then let the shoulders come down a little farther away from the ears. Tuck your chin. Reach the crown of the head. Imagine there's an imaginary line. That's a lot of imagining, but you got this. From the tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head, reaching up. So we get a little lift in our heart, a little lift. Maybe we imagine we grow a little bit. Oh, Sophie, where are you going, girl? All right. Good. Nice, firm mountain pose. Good. Breathe in, lift your arms, reach up. Look up at your fingertips, and then exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Keep that gripping action of the toes. Good. Inhale, come to your halfway lift. Pause, and exhale, fold again. Release the head. We'll move a little faster, but at your own pace. Inhale, root to rise, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. And pause. Good. Inhale, reach up, look up. Lean back just a little bit. Maybe look up at your thumbs. And then exhale, flip your palms. Bring them back behind you. Clasp your hands. And take a forward fold here. So bending your knees as much as you need to. Lift your arms up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take your hands to the fronts of your shins and come up halfway. Lengthen the spine so that golden string from the tailbone to the crown is again making us grow longer. Exhale as you forward fold and inhale, root to rise. One more time, reach up. Take a hold of the right wrist and lean left. Inhale back up to center, reach up, and take a hold of the left wrist and lean right. Good. Inhale back up to center. We'll take one more forward fold with the funky clasp. So the other thumb goes on top as you forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Take that head back under the heart. Go slow. And only go as far as you are ready.
Good. Lift the arms a little higher, maybe straighten your legs a little bit more. And then exhale, release your hands. Come to that halfway lift again. So like a half table. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees. Root to rise. Come up only as much as a chair pose will allow you to. So we're going to sink the hips down, frame the ears, and find a chair. So stretching those calves, waking up the quadriceps. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring the hands down to heart center. We're going to bring the weight into the left foot. Just come up to your tippy toes on the right foot. And think about this. We're going to use the strength of the left leg to hold us up as we take a giant step back with the right foot and come into a lunge. So again, we're shining the heart. So hands in Anjali Mudra, thumbs pressing into the heart. Take your shoulders and loop them down. Find that gazing point in front of you now. So somewhere directly in front of you, that little spot that's not moving. Good. Breathe in. Take that pause. And then as you breathe out, come slightly forward and twist over to the left. Take your right elbow. See if you can hook it onto the outside of this left thigh. And then take your gaze over to the left. Find something that's not moving over there. That's hard for me to find out the window. See if you can find something. And just get steady as you can here. Breathe in. That'll help. Breathe out. Good. Excellent. When you're ready, on your inhalation, slowly unwind. Rise up again. Reach your fingertips. Get long. Reach for the heavens. And then open up to your warrior two. So left arm goes forward, right arm goes back, and then spin that right foot to flat. So it's at an angle, you know, the intersection of the left foot to the center of the right foot. Good. Find the power in this warrior pose. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Take that right hand back behind you. Lift the left arm up and lean back. Peaceful warrior. Good. Enjoy this side stretch. And then look down at your right foot. Sweep that left arm down and up and around, and we'll come back through our crescent. So spin the right foot so it's facing forward. And then take your hands down slowly to frame the left foot. Keep the right hand there. Sweep that left arm up and take a twist over to the left. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower the left hand down. And then we're going to think about this first. We're going to step the left foot back to meet the right and come into our downward facing dog. Good. Yeah. Let this down dog be a rest as much as you are able. Always the option to take a child's pose if you would like. So maybe walk out your dog a couple of times. Breathe slow, reset. Send those heels down toward the floor and the hips high up toward the sky. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Excellent. When you're ready, come up on your toes. Inhale. Take a walk, a hop, a step, a jump, a bunny hop maybe, to the front of your mat. And once you get there, take your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toe, both toes, and then draw your elbows out to the side as you forward fold. Come into your forward fold a little bit deeper here. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shake your head yes and no. Relax. Good. When you're ready, release that grip. Slowly rise up, but only to your chair. So we're only coming up a little bit. Reach your arms up to frame your ears. Draw your pinkies toward one another. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Find your center. Good. Bring your weight to your right foot. Think about it. Hands come to heart center. Find that drishti, that gazing point right in front of you. And then with your weight on your right foot, see if you can step back with your left. And we'll come into this crescent pose here, this lunge. Get your feet so they're wide enough so that you feel stable. That right knee over the right ankle. Good. Hands to heart center, pressing the thumbs into the sternum. Breathe in. Shine your heart. Drop your shoulders. Breathe out. You've got this. And when you're ready, we're going to come forward. Take that left elbow, hook it onto the outside of the right leg, and take your gaze somewhere over toward the right. Find that spot that's not moving. Wobbling is human. Keep your breath smooth, that'll help. Good. One more breath in. And a slow exhalation to rise up. Feel the strength in that right leg, the good stretch in the left. Reach up for your crescent here. Draw the pinkies together. Good. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Good. Set yourself up. Beautiful. One more breath. And then as you exhale, we'll open up to warrior two. Enjoy that warrior two. So as you draw your shoulders down away from the ears, I said that for myself, reach your right fingertips out from your right shoulder and gaze over those right fingertips. Get a little stretch of the neck. Good. Breathe in. Flip your palm. Left arm goes back. Right arm reaches up. Peaceful warrior. Good. Nice big breath here. Pause at the top. Enjoy the peace. Good. And exhale. Take your right arm toward the back. Sweep it up and forward. We'll spin back around with that left foot. Come back up into our crescent lunge. So both feet facing forward. Good. Nice stretch in that left hip flexor. Fingertips reaching, getting tall again. Nice big breath in, and then on your exhale, we'll take our hands down. Left hand comes to the inside of the right foot this time. Sweep the right arm up. Take y'all twist. Everybody twist. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Right hand comes down to frame that foot. Think about stepping back with your right leg, and we'll come back to our downward facing dog. Good. So nice dog, walk it out. Good dog. And then find that stillness. Soften the back of the neck. Take a nice big breath in. And a long breath out. Good. Come up on your tippy toes. Take a walk, step, hop, jump, dance. Get to the front of your mat. And then root to rise. Reach on up. If you want to swirl your wrists around, we'll come into our mountain pose. Allow your hands to come back down to heart center. And then release your hands. Let the palms face forward. And let your shoulders drop down. Find your mountain here. Take a moment to settle. Good. Smile. Breathe in. Breathe out. This time we'll bring our weight into our left leg and come up on your right toe again. So right toe can stay on the floor. And if you're feeling really steady and you've got that gazing point, really root into that left foot, imagining those roots, thinking about how strong that left
quadricep is. Maybe lift your right knee up toward your waist. Good. If you'd like to take your hands and clasp them around the knee and perhaps lift it a little bit higher, squeezing that knee in, you can activate the left glute and the left quadricep. Good. Now, if you fall out, come on back. Join us. Rejoin us. And if you've got that gazing point and you're noticing that you're feeling really, really good here, you can leave your left hand holding your right knee, reach down with your right hand for the ankle, and come into your quadricep stretch here. Always the option to stay right where you were. You can flex that foot. Good, as we did earlier. And press the foot into the hand into the foot. Good. Okay, one more thing. If you're feeling really good, you can start to lean forward and we'll come into a dancer. Yeah, sending that foot back. You might point the toes here. Always the option, never mandatory in yoga. If you fall out, like I did, just come back. All right, so we're gonna come back to our mountain pose. We're gonna let all that go. Gonna draw the shoulders up, back and down. Palms face forward, chin tucked. Imagine that string. Nice long line from the tailbone to the crown. Feel that rock side to side from distributing your weight from side to side, so you can feel that center. And notice which leg, which glute is feeling a little bit something, a little something more. And then we're gonna inspire the same thing in the other side by bringing our weight into our right foot. Hands can come to heart center, come up on that left toe. Start to imagine yourself at your ending point. Decide where that is. Maybe lift your left knee about waist high, and if you like, you can reach for your shin, draw it up a little bit more. Keep your gazing point. Keep your breath steady. It's all good. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. If this feels really good, you can take a hold of the left ankle with your left hand. Come into your quad stretch. Right arm can reach. You can draw the knees toward one another. You get a nice quad stretch here. Also shoulder opener. Good. Breath steady. All right. Stay here if you like, or come with me into dancer. Reaching forward, sending that leg back. Keep your gazing point. Easy, easy. That's what she said. Keep reaching. Keep gazing. And then come out as slowly as you can. And let that stuff go. Release the left leg. Let's take some ankle circles. We did that. Good job, you guys. Dancer pose is not for the faint of heart. Good. Ankle circles are good for everything. Okay, take your feet nice and wide. If you know a squat is good for you, then we're going to come down through a squat. If not, come on down. We're going to end up on our backs. So come on down however you like to, but if you'd like to come through a squat, we'll take our arms and press them against. I got a little sunburn, have a little peeling going on my shoulders. Press your arms into your inner thighs and you'll get a nice hip stretch. Good. Beautiful. We'll take one more breath in and another breath out. Take your hands behind you
And gracefully have a seat, and then come on down. Come on down as slowly as you can. Maybe through a boat pose. Let me move this battery pack. And then come on down to your back. Good. So here's our chance to try the same thing, almost, on our back. So it should be enjoyable. So reach for the right shin and hug it in. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Then switch. Reach for the left. Extend the right leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Take a couple more here. Moving with your breath, finding your own pace. Good. Let's take one more on the left side. And then reach the arms long, reach the legs long. Yeah. Good. So hopefully we're ready for this. I pray. Take your right knee, bend it. Take yourself over to your left side. So roll over to your left side. Yes. Take your, your bent knee, your right knee, and send that leg forward. So this left shoulder, we're going to take it and shimmy it so that the right shoulder opens up a little bit more. And maybe you can find either the side of your left foot with your left hand, or your ankle, or somewhere along that right leg. And then take your right arm, open it out to the right, and see if you can shimmy your shoulders so they're a little more flat on the floor. Good, so this is enough. We're getting this nice opening in our right hip and our right shoulder. You can completely stay here. Maybe turn your head toward that extended right arm. Just let things soften. Or there's always the option, never mandatory, to bend the left leg and reach for the top of the left foot with your right arm. I know. Cat pulling its tail. We haven't done this in a long time, but oh, such a good stretch. So you can kind of shimmy a little bit more and then find stillness. This can be intense. So breathe as we soften. Remember those pauses at the top of the inhalation and then the bottom of the exhalation. Maybe even close your eyes. You can call this the cat pulling its tail or the multitasker. We're stretching so much here. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice. One more round of breath. See if you can let go of some resistance, be it the shoulder, the hip. Good. And then when you're ready, on your exhalation, just start to roll back to your back. And we'll let that settle. Release your legs long, raise your arms way up overhead. Good. Take a little arch of the back. And then soften the back into the mat and take a squeeze. Hug your knees into your chest. Let's take some knee circles here just to kind of release that back. Good. And then lower your feet to the floor. Turn over to, release your right leg to the floor. Turn to your right side. Take your left leg and extend it out across the body. And then take your right hand, so snuggle your shoulders, take your right hand to the outside of the left foot. Good. Left arm opens up and maybe your gaze turns toward that general direction. I know that was clear as mud, but let's see if we can do this. So we're reaching for the extended left leg with our right arm, and we're doing our best to open our shoulders. So this left shoulder opening up. Good. And this is perfect. We can stay here. We can breathe. Yes, we can. We're getting a twist. We're getting stretches. We're doing all the things. If you'd like to bend that right knee and reach with your left hand for the ankle, the foot, and then maybe open up a little bit more, straighten that left leg a little bit more, maybe draw that right knee a little closer. Just do what you can. Breathe here. Exhale. See if you can soften a little bit as you breathe. Good. Maybe swallow in your throat, that helps. Nice. We'll take one more breath here, slow and easy. And then when you're ready, come out of whatever shape you have created for yourself. It's all good. Come on back to your back. Squeeze your knees in. Take some of those circles again. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let your feet come down to the floor. Bring your knees as wide, bring your feet as wide as your mat. Bring your knees together in the center. And just take a moment here. Let one hand come to the heart. Let one hand come to the belly. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Notice. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath. Nice. When you're ready, release that. Bring your feet back toward the center. Heels come close to the hips, palms face down. Press into your mat. Lift up for a bridge pose. Take your hands, clasp them underneath you, and lift up a little bit higher. Use the strength of your legs. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out to slowly lower down. Hug your knees into your chest one more time and take them over to the right. Take a gentle twist this time. No drama. No cat pulling its tail. Just a gentle twist. Let that left arm open up. Turn your gaze toward the left. Nice breath in. And a long breath out. On your next breath, come on back to center, take a squeeze, and then let the knees fall over to the left. Open your right arm out to the right. Take your gaze over there too. Full breath. Long exhalation. Excellent. As you're ready, come back to center. I'm going to suggest we come into a heart opener for our Savasana. So I'm going to take my blanket and roll it up. Again, not mandatory, but why not? Take it down the center and take your glutes right at the base of your lower back, your sacrum, and then lower yourself down. Hopefully your head lands at the top of the blanket. If it doesn't, just readjust. You can kind of scooch down a little bit. Take your legs wide and take your arms and let them come out wide as well. Palms face up. And just let your shoulder blades wrap around that blanket. Good. And we'll just soften here in Shavasana. Try to let go. Do your best to let your breath come as it wants to, just natural breath. And do your best to soften every muscle from head to toe. Relaxing, releasing, letting go. I listened to one of the last podcast interviews that Mary Oliver did before her death. She actually didn't do a whole lot of interviews, but she gave Krista Tippett the opportunity to interview her. And she said as she got older, her poetry got more succinct. She decided, why put so many more words out into the world? So she got a little more brief with her poetry, and she wrote this poem toward the end of her life, and it's called "I Ask Percy How I Should Live My Life." And she writes, "Love, love, love, says Percy, and hurry as fast as you can along the shining beach or the rubble or the dust. Then go to sleep. Give up your body heat, your beating heart. Then trust." Love, 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 and hurry as fast as you can along the shining beach or the rubble or the dust. Then go to sleep. Give up your body heat, your beating heart. Then trust. And as you're ready, begin to deepen the breath. Bring small movements to the body, fingers, toes, turning head from side to side. And as you're ready, roll to one side, remove your blanket. Maybe use it as you press up to seated. Use it under your bum again. And then sit up nice and tall and just notice your posture. You did that. Good job. When you're ready, take your arms, sweep them up, reach up for all the goodness. Let your palms come together, draw them down to your heart. Take your chin down to your chest again. Take a moment to remember, recall your intention from so long ago, the very beginning of class. Send out a prayer as needed. And thank you for showing up to your mat. Thank you for practicing today, for letting me guide you through this challenging practice. I hope it was challenging for you. Namaste. Take care, everybody. Have a good week.